So of course.
Hi, my name is Matthijs de Jonge. I'm the game director on Horizon Forbidden West.
Is that French? Game looks beautiful, man. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
Horizon Forbidden West is an open-world action RPG that takes place in the distant future. And you play as Aloy, a hunter of the Nora tribe, who is on an epic quest to solve mysteries and secrets that will change her life forever. The title Forbidden West actually refers to a mysterious new frontier that stretches from Utah in the USA all the way to the Pacific Ocean in the West. So ever since the first game, we really wanted to make a world that is so beautiful that you just want to be there.
Yeah.
And with the additional power of the PlayStation 5, we can make that world even more detailed and more vibrant and more immersive. With the PS5's SSD, there will be virtually no loading screens. So an open world game like Horizon Forbidden West, if you open up the map and fast travel from one end to the other, restarting from a checkpoint will be super fast. And when you boot up the game, you're right there in the action.
I like that. I mean, if that's
As Aloy
true.
travels into the Forbidden West, she discovers stunning valleys, deserts, and ruined cities full of iconic landmarks. For the sequel, we wanted to go wider and deeper, so the map is a bit bigger, but we also wanted to let players discover what lies hidden beneath the surface of lakes and rivers.
Even underwater,
The
too.
landscapes may be stunning, but danger lurks in every corner in the Forbidden West. It is home to a large variety of machines. Shell snappers that guard the shores and swamps, snapmaws that hunt the waterways, and sunwings that patrol the skies. Players will discover dozens of new machines as they explore the Forbidden West, and each of these machines has to be scanned and studied in order to fight them effectively. The Forbidden West is also home to new tribes, and some of them are peaceful and others are hostile. And one of these hostile tribes has discovered the knowledge of how to override machines and use them as beasts of war in combat.
Ooh.
One of the bigger machines is the mammoth-like Tremor Tusk. It's loaded with weapons and heavy plated armor, and it's already dangerous when you encounter it in the wilds, but when it's specially outfitted by the tribes, it's even more dangerous. The Forbidden West harbors an even greater challenge, that's a collapsing biosphere. A red blight infects the lands, it's choking wildlife and starving animals and tribes. And the weather has spiraled out of control, generating massive supercell storms that flood canyons and fields. Aloy will have to go to great lengths in order to save this world. As the game is built and designed on mystery, we don't want to spoil all the surprises today.
Yeah, of course.
We have been working very hard in order to create a worthy sequel, one that will hopefully appeal to all the fans, but also newcomers to the franchise. And we're aiming to release the game next year in 2021.
2021. So, I want to comment on a few of the things he said. So, yeah, again, for those who aren't familiar, like how Horizon Zero Dawn basically worked.
Of machines.
I haven't played the game, but basically from what I've heard and what I've seen, you're basically fighting like robot monsters. Usually they're like dinosaurs, but you can see there's like a mammoth here, there's like a turtle here, and like some alligators here. But from what I remember in the first game, at least in trailers they showed, it was usually like robot T-Rexes and that sort of thing. You saw some robot pterodactyls even in this trailer. But like a bunch of robot like animals in the wild. It's really weird. I imagine maybe they explained that a bit in the first game. But yeah, he's definitely said some of the things they were aiming for were beautiful visuals, and I'd say they achieved it. I mean, if this is actually what the game is going to look like at release, then this game is absolutely gorgeous. They've definitely achieved what they were going for in that regard. I didn't actually know that you fought against humans too. So not only do you fight against robot monsters in this game, there are also human tribes that will attack you, and they can even override these monsters and control them and use them against you. He was talking about the mammoth monster and how that they can override it and control it and use it against you, and even like armor it in certain ways and probably ride on it while attacking you. So I imagine those could be difficult encounters, and you're just this one chick by yourself, and you're gonna take on all that. But I mean, she's really strong, so I guess she can handle herself. You're the protagonist, you can do a good job. The other thing he said, which I did not expect, because this is one of the biggest reasons why I don't like console gaming. I mean, well, it's just the firepower doesn't really measure up to PCs usually, like. But one of the biggest things that bugs me about console gaming, especially for games like this, is really long loading screen times. And he said that there's, what did he say? Like, there's virtually no loading screen times. You can fast travel from one location to another. It's really fast. You start up the game, you're in right away. Where did he say it?
As Aloy travels into the Forbidden West, landmarks. For the sequel, we wanted to go wider, so wanted to let players discover what it is home to a large forest that guard ways, and sunwings that explore the Forbidden West. And each of these machines has to be scanned and studied.
It was earlier.
And with the additional power of the PlayStation 5, we can make that world even more detailed and more vibrant and more immersive. With the PS5's SSD, there will be virtually no loading screens.
Virtually no loading screens. I'm gonna remember those words. If I play this game and I get long loading screens, I'm gonna be really mad. You better live up to that, okay? Though, what do you mean virtually low loading screens? Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know what exactly that means. Like, is that some kind of twisted word? I already sold it. It is beautiful. No loading screens. Yeah, it's a big deal. I'm not sure if I buy that. Horizon, Forest, Mountains, a block set Horizon. True. It has some open areas, though. In and out, sure thing, Dream. Heavy Aztec vibes, yes. With those outfits for that tribe, for sure. Nyom Nyom, not Nyom. Robot Monster Hunter, kind of. Robot trees, I don't think there are any trees. Hey, Draggy, how you doing, Chaos? It's good to see you, my wiggly. Virtually gives them an out if it doesn't happen. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, too. Like, I don't know. Virtually doesn't sound good to me.
SSD, there will be virtually no loading screens.
Virtually no loading screens. I don't like that word, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. If it lives up to that, I mean, okay, even if it's like, okay, if the loading screens are like 2-3 seconds long, like, it's okay. It's just, I remember, I think, like, Skyrim, for example, I think I played it on console initially, and the loading screens could be like freaking 30 seconds long. Like, you just fast travel from one location to another. You're just sitting there for like 30 seconds in a loading screen, just waiting. And then, like, you realize, oh, wait, that's actually not where I was supposed to go. Let me fast travel somewhere else. Like, you're just sitting in another, like, it's really, really annoying. I despise loading screens. It was actually one of my biggest motivators to swap to PC. Not the frame rate. Not the graphical quality, believe it or not. I mean, those things are very nice too, that a really good PC will give you over a console. But the loading screens were actually the #1 reason why I became a PC gamer over a console gamer. I hate long loading screens. So, I mean, we'll see. I don't like this virtually, but we'll see how... That's probably like the most important detail in this entire trailer to me. Yeah, the game is beautiful. That's great. But at the end of the day, it's all about the gameplay. And if I'm going to be going through a lot of long loading screens, it's going to annoy me very fast. Nyom Nyom, not Nyom. Virtually is understandable. Yeah, I mean, well, okay, if it's like, oh, because if they say we have no loading screens, and they say, oh, half-second loading screen, you lied, sue. I mean, okay, like, if it's like 3 seconds or less, or something like, or even like 5 seconds or less, I'm not. Oh, okay, yeah, 5, I would say. If you say virtually no loading screens, I bare minimum expect them to be not longer than 5 seconds. And then I would say that's like reasonable. Like on PC, of course, it depends on the game, but usually loading screens are not longer than 5 seconds. And then it's like fine. But if I get like 20-30 second loading screens playing this game, then you are a filthy liar. It's still a year in development. How can they know? That's true. They're kind of, I guess they're just really, really confident about it. Maybe they already have some like demo available, like a short section. They've tested what the PS5 can handle. I have no idea. Next time, make sure you actually meant to go strawberry and not strawberry. I know. When it makes you want to play PCs, hopefully play with you and mods. Yes, should be fun. How would the world generate? What do you mean? I don't understand.
So in an open world game like Horizon Forbidden West, if you open up the map and fast travel from one end to the other, restarting from a checkpoint will be super fast.
Super fast. So I mean, super fast is subjective. So you said virtually no loading screen, then you said super fast. If it needs to be less than 5 seconds every loading, and even that, maybe I'm being a bit generous. Maybe I should say less than 3, but I'm gonna say less than 5. It needs to be like less than 5 seconds. If you're gonna say virtually no loading screens, your loading screens cannot be longer than 5 seconds. Tops. And I think I'm even giving you too much breathing room there. But anyway, I mean, you're the one who says virtually no loading. You could have said very short loading screens or minimum. You said virtually no loading screens. So honestly, no, I think maybe less than 3 seconds. Like with the wording you've chosen, you've kind of dug this hole for yourself. You got to live up to that. And maybe they will. I don't know. Maybe they will. But there better not be some deception going on here. We'll see.
When you boot up the game, you're right there in the action.
I wonder what he means by that. When you boot up the game, you're right there in the... Well, I guess it's on the subject of loading screens. When you load your file, you load in instantly. It's not like you turn on you start up your game and then there's no main menu. You're just instantly in the game. I mean, judging from the context, he just means your game will load up very, very fast. I don't really think there's anything else to say on this. I think that's it. Beautiful game. Interesting story. Oh, yeah, and there's also this red stuff that's like choking the wildlife. So that seems to be very critical in the story. And there's like some red cackling storms in the background too.
Supercell storms that flood.
Yeah, supercell storms. That's what he called it.
Canyons and fields. Aloy will.
Some really stunning visuals. Like this is really, really far away, and you like see the storm in the distance. I wonder if there's some like dynamic weather changes Maybe I mean I haven't played the first game, so maybe day-night cycles are already in there and dynamic weather. It looks really beautiful. It looks like this will push the limits of the PS5 in terms of its graphical quality and visual depth. It looks really, really gorgeous, big world, and if they can combine that with really, really short loading screens, I'll be very impressed. I'd be very excited to play this. 9 times out of 10 it's just a marketing fluff. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about here too. There's no loading screens on fast travel because there's no fast travel. Not chaos. The graphics that base you need loading screens. Yeah, that's what I would think too. The graphics are so crazy good and the world is so big. You expect me to believe that you could load that up immediately? Or what if what they do is they hide the loading screens behind, like you start the game, like you open your PS5, right? And then when you start at the PS5, the game itself like takes much longer to start up than like other games because it's like loading everything. What was the game? There was a game that like it would have really short loading screens because what they did is instead of dividing, I think it was Morrowind, right? Because if you notice, if you play the Elder Scrolls games, in Oblivion, when you go outside of a city or like you go into some kind of area, you have to go through a loading screen. You can't like jump over the castle walls and get outside because there's like loading screens separating things. In Morrowind, that was not the case. You could walk in and out of a city. There was no like door you had to enter a city. And I think the way they did that was like everything was just like preloaded. So I wonder if this might have a system like that where yeah, you don't have loading screens because you remove the need for loading screens. Like so much is just preloaded. But with the world this detailed, is that even possible? Because that can get really laggy if you're preloading so much all at once. And then, I mean, he said you boot up your game and you're in there like right away. So I mean, it doesn't even imply that there's a really long preload. I don't know. He's making a pretty big claim here. We'll have to see if it works out. I want to see actual Horizon name is Rebuff. I mean, I say this is a pretty good Horizon view. Are you doing good today, Draggy? I am, Angel. I am. All right, anyways, I think that's enough for that. So thank you all for tuning in. Hope you had fun. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, please feel free to leave a follow. It helps out a lot. You see every time I go live. I stream every single day starting at 12 p.m. Central and ending at 4 p.m. Central, so make sure you follow me to catch me next time. If you like this video, please leave a like and comment. It does help out a lot. I do upload a new video every single day, so make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out. Join my Discord, level 3 Discord server. Tons of Dragon emotes. We'd love to have you in there with us. Anyways, more than welcome to join. You're missing out if you're not in there. But that's going to be it for that. We're heading on over to Hitman now, which is going to be on my streams YouTube channel. So I'll see you there.